Hey guys, Timothy Roberts here. In this video, I'm going to talk about the brand new Landmark Series drums from Reverie. So we're offering these drums in 3 different wood types and 2 different size configurations. The entire goal with this drum series was to create very open, resonant, and musical sounding drums where you could really hear the difference between the wood types. Now, how we did this was by using single point center mounted aluminum lugs. Aluminum is a very lightweight metal. These lugs are about half the weight of traditional chrome plated lugs that would be a similar shape. So that takes a lot of weight off the shell. These drums are very, very lightweight, featherweight, very easy to lug around. And the shells are 8 plies, very thin 8 plies of each wood type. This also makes them lightweight and also allows the fundamental pitch of the shell to be a lot lower. And then lastly, having them be single point center mounted allows for fewer drill points into the shell. So you're really allowing the drum itself to resonate as much as possible. Now, another cool thing about these drums is they have a dual bearing edge. The batter side has a rounded over, standard round over edge. This gives more contact of the drum head with the shell, so it controls a little bit of the overtones, gives a rounder, more warm sound, allows for you to leave the drums totally wide open without extra tape, without extra moon gels or whatever. You can let that thing sing. And then from the bottom head, we have a sharper 45-degree edge, and this just gives you more clarity and projection from the drum. So this combination, I don't really love full roundovers top and bottom because I feel like it makes the drums a little too mellow. I want some clarity and some pointedness to the sound, if that makes sense. But I also don't like the extra ring that comes from the head. And I don't like the fact that when you have a really sharp 45 bearing edge, you are limiting the contact of the drum head with the shell. Now, this is a super important concept with drums to keep in mind. The more contact of the head with the shell that you have, the more sound you're going to get coming from the shell. So when you have this super sharp point, you're really not going to get much sound coming from the wood. You're going to get all head sound, all overtone and ring. When there's a rounded over edge and you have more contact with the shell, you're going to get that shell to really activate as well. And the wood itself, the shell itself, is going to be a part of the overall sound of the drum. So first off, we have a small kit and we have a large kit. I'm not going to call the small kit a jazz kit and the large one rock and roll because you really can play any style with any of these kits, and the size configuration, the hardware really does allow you to tune them a variety of ways, get a variety of different sounds. I've taken the small kits and taken them out on gigs where I needed very low frequency, big sounding drums, but I didn't want the sound to be overpowering. And I've also taken the large kit out and tuned those up a little bit more for some tighter, punchier sounds when I wanted a little bit more projection. So really, the sky's the limit with these. You can do whatever you want with them, and they are designed just to be incredibly musical. And if I do say so myself, inspiring to play. So the small kit has a 12x8 rack tom, a 14x13 floor tom, and an 18x9 kick drum. The 9 size on the kick drum is odd, but the reason for it is because when these drums are tuned up high or tuned up low, I wanted there to be clarity and I wanted there to be punch to the sound. I didn't want the sound to get away from you, and I really didn't want there to be a need for so much dampening. I love open sounding kick drums. I really can't stand it when we put pillows in our kicks or just make the thing sound like a piece of cardboard. I want tone to my kick drums. And a way to get there is to, go with some shallower sizes or some different specs to allow you to not have to do as much dampening. So this 18x9 size affords that. It allows for when it's tuned very low, you still hear the click of the beater. so your patterns don't get all muddy. And then when they're tuned up high, the overtones don't run away from you and it doesn't ring in weird ways. The large size kit has a 12x8 rack, a 16x14 floor, and a 20x14 kick drum, a little bit more of a standard size on the kick. And that kick drum size can give you the biggest sounds you could ever want out of a kick. I dare you to try and take a bigger kick drum and say that it's significantly better than one of these to get low, like big, growly, in-your-face, beefy sounds. They really are awesome for that. And then the 3 wood types that we have are cherry, walnut, and mahogany. The cherry is going to have the most punch, the most cut and clarity. The walnut's kind of a middle ground between all 3, and it has cut and clarity, but a little bit more warmth and mellowness to it. And the mahogany is just all low end, all warmth, all mellowness, and very round in the sound that it has. So let's take a listen to some demos. You guys let me know what you think, which size configuration is your favorite, which wood type is your favorite. And these kits are available now. You can go to reveriedrums.com. We've got products for each of the wood types. You can pick the size configuration, obviously pick the wood type, and they are all made to order. And each kit takes about 6 to 8 weeks to make. So thank you so much for watching. Please comment below your thoughts. Subscribe, hit the bell if you want notifications, and we'll see you next time. I'm Timothy Roberts. Thanks for watching.